whenever you want to plot anything, you can take a blank cell and then insert and then scattered, these two options. Okay. And then you plot these things, so many things has come. I will delete everything, and what I will do, I will select these cells and insert scattered and this one. You see so many lines are there, but I am interested in line n 1 n 2. So, I will keep n 1 n 2, I will n 2 n. So, all these lines are there, you can see n 1 is 5, n 2 is minus 10, it is not required, this will be the shape. And if my earlier figure will be 5 and 10, you see that how this from 5 to 10, this blue line is our desired line. Okay. You can do it in reverse way, you can move from 10 to 5, 10 and 5. So, let us see how it will look like. You see this one graph, one calculation, you can practice many formulas, but manually it is not possible, you will be tired, your brain will not work for long. But here you can see different options and see it has reached from 10 to reduced to 5. So, anything you want to go from one point to another point, you can use this interpolation. This is a very good tool. Okay. And then slider. Slider actually I do not know this developer, it is a menu item and insert, here is the insert controls, we can insert controls through menu items. Okay. So, insert and this is the scroll bar, if you can add it, it will be fine, or you should try how to add developer. This is available from Excel option. Okay. This is a slider. Here what we have done? We have done it is for a fixed values, 5 to 10 it should go equally and thing, but I want that it should go point by point. So, how we can do that? We can do that through scroll bar. This is the scroll bar and it has a if we put it, then you should add the controls, format controls, it should give the command what it is supposed to do. So, here you see current value is 0, means starting point 0, minimum value 0 and maximum value you can keep 10 as our case 10 or let it be 100, and then control, you have to give a cell whose where it will output the cell value. So, I have given this cell and you see this, when I drag this, it is changing the values. You see how easy, you can change all these values, but here this scroll bar, this only works from 1 to 100 or 1 to 3000 something, but all are integers. But here for t what we require? We require, you see this this is a fraction, okay, fractional number. So, but these are all integers. So, we will play again another trick. These are the tricks. I do not term them as a mathematics. This is a tricks. You should know the tricks. The more tricks you know, the more equipped you will be for future things. So, how will the I faced lot of problem when I first started encountering these things. No? Now, I wanted t should be 0 to 1, but it gives only 1 to 100, 1 to 500, 1 to 1000, but I want 0.1. So, how to get 0.1? I was trying to modulate that scroll bar options or see the options available there, but there was no option. Then what I have to do? I have done this cell divided by, you do it by 100. So, you see this now 40 is 0.4. So, these are the tricks you have to play in mathematics, and this is one of the things why mathematics is difficult. Mathematics is difficult for mathematics actually is not difficult, that I have explored in my first class, that everybody we are doing mathematics, everybody. When it is not required for your life means saving, everybody we are doing some mathematics somehow or not. When it comes to the question paper, then we face difficulty, because there we do not doing this mathematics for myself, it is doing for others. That is why we are not means actually required these things. So, I am facing problem. Here you see this is a problem, this I face a problem, and immediately I got a solution. So, if I but when we go for a syllabus wise, then you cannot do that, you have to abide by the rules and regulation, formulas, everything, otherwise you will not get marks. So, syllabus centric, when it is it make a resistance around you. So, you cannot move like that, but here when you freely try to solve mathematics, no, there are no barriers you can add. Now, you have added 0.29 and this is our t value, you can term as a t value. So, what will be your initial value? I know this is 5 and 10, okay, or you can relate these values to here. So, that why I am doing this? Because sometime you want to experiment and that let it be 5 to 10. So, when you correlate it, this will also 5 to 10. So, whatever point you will be generating, that will also be 5 to 10. Okay. So, that was the reason, and this formula directly, this is the formula. What is the formula? This is the addition of these two formulas. So, I will write directly this formula here. This formula, what is that? Is equal to n 1 into 1 minus t is our, this is the t, is not it, plus n 2 into t. Now, single formula, earlier I have broken down in different parts, now I am giving a single formula, this single formula. So, you are getting this 0.62, 0.67, it is coming more fraction point. So, this is creating problem. You want that 0.1, 0.2 directly come, not 0.22, 0.62, 0.64 like that. So, what you can do for that? You just format here, make it 1 to 10, not 100. Okay. And then this rest formula, it will only move to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 like that. This formula also you have to change to 10. Now, let us see how these points are creating. We will add this point here in the same file, select data, add point and then our t is this and n is this. So, now when this is, you see this point how it is moving, and when it is 0 it is moving like that. So, both the techniques scroll bar and this interpolation very good tool, and frequently we are required to use it. But when we learn mathematics, without this we learn and manually we try to visualize, but now we have a tool to do that. Okay. Up to this, okay, everybody, and I request you again and again, you start interacting all these things, then only you will develop, and I will also happy that I am doing something for betterment of some students. Okay. Now, functions and these points will come automatically. This is analytical function, okay. And another things, actually when we start calculus, no, your book, title of your books, I will show something. These two books are the main books and others are derived books. This book is what is the title of this book? Title, are you getting? What is the title?
Calculus is early transcendental
function.
What does it mean? Any idea? Any idea? Transcendental functions? No. So, this book is referred to you, and we do not know that meaning of this book. Okay? And this book, this is also one of the referred book. What is the name? Now, how this analytical geometry is coming, and what is analytical geometry? Why, when we are reading this calculus, why analytical geometry is coming into picture? Have you thought any time? So, analytical function, this is let us have a thing. The functions which describe the rule that can be expressed by a definite formula called analytical function. Example, I have given y is equal to m x plus c, example y is equal to a x square plus b x plus c. So, a function has a domain, range and a rule connecting to the domain and range. Up to this, okay. But now, what they are connecting? What they are connecting? I have written that domain and range. Actually, what they are connecting? You see this in my graph. Suppose this is our function. What it is connecting? Yes. We told x and y. We are connecting x and y. And what is x and y? Function parameter, it is actually geometrical, it is a point, and actually this function is creating a points, series of points, is not it? Series of points that has a definite order, and that is why creating a, it is a having a pattern, everything is there, otherwise it will be. So, analytical geometry means this is a actually point, point is geometry, line is geometry, or function, it is analytical function, means these two when we are adding, that is analytical geometry. We are analyzing the x and y values, and in calculus when we are solving the calculus problem functions, this we are forgetting about that geometry part. When you know that geometry, what for? 90% up to this level means up to first year, whatever you are taught, it was taught, all functions were about lines, and the first part of your syllabus, what you is there in first syllabus, indeterminate form, and then what are they there? Taylor-Maclaurin series, and what are else? Partial derivative, forget. Others, curve sketching. All these are related to geometrically a line. Geometrically it is a line, it is a function. In analytical geometry, it is, or calculus, it is a function, but geometrically it is a line. So, when we should talk about a function, we should able to see this line. If you are doing or solving calculus problem without seeing or visualizing line, then you are half learning, you never can reproduce it. Okay. So, this is my thought about these things. And second is I am trying to do through this workshop, that what for we learn mathematics, what for. This is the working on a real life system or event, establishing a relation among variables x and y, and then converting this relation into functions and generating graphs for visualization, mathematical modeling. Modeling is to see the behavior of these functions, and lastly reproducing the physical system. This is missing. This is missing actually, reproducing physical system. So, if you want to reproduce physical system, you cannot do it manually, you have to take help of computers or any gadgets. Okay. And I will give an example of this. We in from the childhood, when we are growing up, we learn so many formulas, and the formula of a circle is one of them, is not it? Pi r square. Area is equal to pi r square. Okay. So, area it cannot be 0, r cannot be 0. So, something r, suppose it starts somewhere, it will go like that, this curve. But we can establish this curve, and we can calculate the rate of change of this r and area with r, is not it? Everything we can do, but we